Oh, here we go. Joel, fish on.
Really nice looking fish.
I love it.
That's a hog.
Woo! Oh yeah, bring him up to me. It's a nice fish.
Nice job. That is a tank. Nice job, you two.
Lund Boats proudly presents the ultimate fishing experience. This week on Lund's The Ultimate Fishing Experience. Fishing new waters is always an adventure. It's like being a detective on a new case. First and foremost, you have to understand the basic nature of the fish you're after. Today, we're after muskies. With muskies, you have to use your tools, aka your electronics, your boat, and your eyes to eliminate as much unproductive water as possible to figure out likely fish holding spots. Then you dig through your arsenal of baits, determining which one best fits the conditions you face. And when those conditions change, you have to be able to adapt by adjusting the type of lure you throw, or its speed, or its depth. Once the clues start mounting and the evidence indicates where the few high percentage spots are, you'll know where you need to be under prime conditions. Then possibly, just possibly, all that detective work will be worth it in the end.
You know, spend some time on the water, surveying, looking for the right spots, experimenting with lures, and a lot of patience, and it pays off. Jer, I can see already you're making a mess in the back of the boat here. I got problems with that.
That's my forte.
It should be an interesting trip. Me and Jeremy are actually doing one of our all-time favorite things, going to a new lake, but not only a new lake, but one of our favorite fish species, and that's musky.
Yeah, this will be fun. It's kind of late summer right now, so at that time of year, bucktails, topwater, jerkbaits, plastics, fish can be in the shallow bulrushes. They can be suspended over open water. So our game plan right now, we're not familiar with the lake. We're gonna go out, kind of survey the habitat, see where we see signs of life, and then when the sun gets a little lower in the sky, hopefully we put some fish in the boat. It's gonna be a good mission.
You know, whenever I come to a new lake, a lot of times the first thing that I'll do is actually set my depth highlight on my map. And a lot of good high-end mapping programs give you this ability. And what I'm gonna do is highlight is the deepest weed edge. The water clarity, according to the DNR, is about 14 or 15 foot of water in here, which would mean that's what the deepest weeds are. So what I'm gonna do is my minimal depth highlight is gonna be at 4 foot, maximum at 15 foot. And that'll give me a good idea when you look at the map of all these great big shallow flats that are between 4 and 15 foot of water that are lit up in green. And those are good starting spots to look at when we're hunting weedline muskie.
Yeah, that makes a ton of sense. And then also we're looking at some of the most obvious features in the lake. Muskies, being the biggest predator, often are on the best looking spots. And you can call where you're gonna catch a muskie off, and having never been to that lake, by just looking at the map and going, wow, here's a big point that's got the right depth, leading into deep water. It's a major structural feature in the lake. Now our job is to go identify what kind of cover is on that. Does it have weeds? Does it have rock? Before we even make a cast, we're gonna spend probably an hour or two just driving this lake and looking at all this stuff and getting an idea on where we want to start and kind of where we're seeing the food web start to explode.
It's sort of interesting, you know how I set the map? That's where the deep weeds are. 15
Perfect.
foot, just like a wall.
Boom. Oh, there we go. Got him.
Got him?
Oh, big bass.
Smallmouth?
Largemouth.
Really?
Big largemouth.
Wow.
Well, that's not bad.
What?
Sunk it down right to basically to the bottom, and right on top of those weeds, and wham! It's kind of a
Nice
bonus,
one.
what you say?
Yeah, really nice
Take
fish.
those all day.
Wow,
Wow.
it's a nice bass.
Look at that. That's a really nice bass.
Yeah.
You kidding me?
Looks like somebody's been
Yeah, might
nibbling.
have
One
to
of our
bring-
buddies
bust
have
out
been
the
nibbling
flipping
on him.
sticks.
Look at his back end.
Wow, yeah, look at that. What a fish. Cool. That's one of the things about muskie fishing is you always end up with some bonus big pike, sometimes a big walleye, big largemouth, big smallmouth. You never know. Get it back and try for the real deal, Mr. Muskie. Oh, there's a nice one, nice one, nice one, nice one. spooked. I was speed reeling it in to make another cast, and she came bombing in at it. Nice fish. Another one to come back to. So when you see fish like that, it's a really good idea to drop waypoints. So we've got a great mapping system on here, but still waypoints are really valuable to know exactly where the fish was. So make a mental note of the depth the boat was in when you saw the fish, and then try to envision where you think that fish came from on the cast. I mean, keep your eyes on the bait. If you see the fish way out there, you knew it came from on top. This fish, I was just running the deep edge, so that fish probably came out of 13 feet of water. So it's kind of about where that deep weed edge is, and it wouldn't be surprising if later in the evening the fish came up on top. But always pay attention to where the boat was depth-wise, lay a waypoint on it, and then just try to stay a little bit further back and slow down on your approach when you try to get them the next time around. Oh, jeepers, wow.
What?
Wow. That is 100% big giant fish, Jim.
I thought I saw him. You see him on side imagery?
2D and DI.
Yeah, I saw that little runt.
Closed captioning is brought to you by Mercury Marine. Go boldly.
Oh, there he is. There's one. Looks pretty hot. Yeah, oh, missed him. Come on. Come on. Oh. Did it. That was cool. Did you see it, Jim?
No. Ooh, there's a better one there.
Nice one.
Oh, what? That was a better one there.
Was it really?
That was about a 44, 45. It was a nice fish.
There we go.
Got him?
Got one.
There you go. There you go, Jared.
All right. That's what we're just
Musky.
talking about it.
What?
At the end, we just need one to bite it at the end of the cast.
Yeah, and
That's what
you
we were
get
just talking
one.
about.
I'm sorry.
We got one. It's just a little guy, just hooked in the
Snout? You gonna
Hooked
need
in
the
the
net on
snout.
this little rascal?
Well, we might as well get a look at it, huh?
Yeah. Okay.
If I can hold on to her. Yay! I mean, what we talked about all day, Jim, is just being on the good spots at prime time. How well did that pay off? Looking at everything today, seeing this spot, we got a couple lazy follows, and then boom.
Come here, buddy. Whoa. Wait, come here.
All right.
Come here. Come here, buddy.
Hey,
There we
musky
go.
in the boat.
There we
All
go.
right. It was out. Luckily, sharp hooks pay off. That one was one of those. If you've ever musky fished, it was beak hooked, so it was hooked right in the top of the mouth. And fortunately, that hook made its way through that hard bone when we got her hooked. Because when you see that, if it's a big one, you really get scared. I lost one doing the same thing about this time last year on Wabagoon. It was hooked like that. It was heartbreaking, but I'm going to show you this beautiful little muskie. Get it back, and we still might be able to get a couple more. All right. Pretty little guy, huh?
Oh, beautiful fish.
Great
Gorgeous.
fish. For
yeah.
not having fished here before, we've
No.
seen this is probably the 10th encounter we've had today.
Yep.
I'm digging it. I'm going to get it back, and let's catch another one.
It's a healthy fish, boy.
Yeah,
It's got a
it's
nice body on
great
her.
body
She's
on it.
going to be
Yeah.
a big one when she gets a little
Yeah.
bit older.
Aren't they pretty?
4 or
Cool
5
fish.
years from now, she's going to be a tankaroo.
That one's for you, Travis Turon. That's your size, buddy.
You're leaking, Jer. That's a good sign.
That's a good sign.
Sunset at 8:45. Moonset was about 10 minutes later, and that's when the fish bit. There's something to that that's really strong in relation to muskies. So lunar influence on when big predators bite. I don't know what the wind is. It's pretty high though.
Yeah.
Gotta be 25, 30 miles an
I was
hour.
going to say it's got to be at least 30.
What?
It's got to be over 30 almost.
What is that?
Oh, I just got cracked. Look at that boil. Here we go. I don't see her. Oh. We got
Had
a
her,
figure
too.
8.
I had her. She came in underneath the boat. I spun out, you know, pulled the bait around, and all of a sudden she's on the bait.
That's the thing with musky fishing is you just gotta put time in, because when it happens, it can just go bang, bang, bang. And it can just be hours of nothing, and then you get this hour window when they're going nuts.
Oh, I just had her again. God, boy, she wants to bite something. Nice transition right to deep weeds to rocks on an inside corner. A little bit of a sharper burr. Got him.
Nice one.
Musky,
Oh yeah,
you ready for that little rascal?
maybe if she's ready.
I got me, we're on spot locking.
Okay.
Yep,
Boy, when its head came out, I thought I had a monster.
did ya? Boy, he's not hooked that good.
It's in the corner. I think we got her.
There we go.
Hey!
There you go. Here you go, Mr. Smith. Nice job.
Fortunately, we got a fish. We've been talking this whole time about prime conditions to get a fish, and this is it. Unfortunately, it's raining. We haven't been able to shoot that well. We took a little breather from the lightning, and I missed something on my first cast. And this is like 6 casts later. Now this is the spot we saw fish yesterday.
Oh, he's already out of the hole. Oh, perfect. Here, get that out of there.
And
There you go.
we saw fish here yesterday. We came through at dawn. Nothing. But that's the thing with muskies is you just can't get frustrated because you make a pass, you don't see anything. If there's fish in the area, fish good spots often because you just never know when that window's going to open up and they're going to bite. And I'll show you this little guy right here.
It's a little bit longer one.
Yeah, it's a nice
You
one.
need some help there?
You ready? I just cannot get a hold of her. All right, there we go. Here's
There
a
you
look
go.
at this beautiful creature, huh?
There you go.
Look at that, nice, long, beautiful, beautiful muskie. Huh? We worked the system. We looked at the good spots, fished the spots we thought had fish, got a couple follows, came back in better conditions, which are rainy, but it produced. Right on, great fish. I'm gonna get her back, Jimmy.
Yep.
It's pretty amazing that you can still fish in this. Like, you look at these conditions and you wonder how the heck can even control the boat. The way Jimmy's got this thing rigged up, like, it's not comfortable, but we can still fish. I mean, it's pretty remarkable. And 30-mile-an-hour winds, we're still chunking along.
This is the end of day 2. We're going out for the evening bite. We came in for a little bit of a rest. We currently have 2 fish in the boat. One at low light last night, and then one during the big storm when it finally blew out this afternoon. It actually cleared off. Finding the fish is relatively easy because you go find the best underwater structures, the biggest sunken humps, the biggest rock piles, the biggest extended flats in the lake, and you found your muskies. What it really boils down to is what you see in the back of the boat, in the front of this boat, which are piles of baits, and ultimately triggering those fish into biting. And one thing that I want to talk about right now is understanding the uniqueness of individual baits, because each one of these lures has very, very specific characteristics that can ultimately trigger the fish into biting. What Jeremy's caught both of the fish on is a classic musky bait, a bucktail. It's a really brightly colored bait. He's using a little bit bigger models. Here's a little bit smaller one. This is a really high-speed bait. So each of these 2 lures actually have pretty dynamic, different triggering characteristics. You have topwater bait. It sits in the fish's strike zone for a long period of time. It travels over the top of them. They get to look at it. It's a great bait and may be a good lure tonight. Safety pin spinner bait. This is actually more for heavy cover situations. We have a lot of bulrushes in this lake and a lot of shallow water weeds. This is a great bait that enables you to fish through those thicker weeds. This is a suic. This is a really old bait, but still today, it's one of the best jerk baits on the market. Here's another one. This is a gliding bait, and what this does, it does a walk the dog, a gliding action, and you snap it and it shoots this way, and you snap it, it shoots this way. See, you see what I mean? This one's going up and down. This one's going right and left. This is a storm flat stick. The cool thing about this bait is it's really loud. sounds like a locomotive when you're walking. You can see here this bait like 8-10 feet away from the boat. But not only that, what it does, it's got a really big, slow, floppy wobble to it, and it makes a big vibration path to it, which it actually can really trigger big fish to bite. Jared and I both have caught a lot of nice muskies on this particular bait. And last but not least, I'm going to look at soft plastics, and there's a lot of them on the market. You have bulldogs, shadzillas, swimming dogs, and what this bait does is sort of interesting, because what you do is you can rip it, and then what it does, it falls vertically. It goes up and down. It moves differently than all these other lures, and that's what I'm saying is you're trying to tune into every time you go out on the water, is figuring out what is the action of the lures that are ultimately triggering the fish today.
When we had the conditions, we were getting bit and seeing a few fish in the weeds, but this morning we just have had no activity casting shallow. But electronics are such a powerful tool. We've been seeing in that, 18 to 25 fish range. Right on the deep weed edge, we're seeing big suspended marks, and there's just no signs of life really in the shallows. So we're gonna try backing out and basically casting to where our boat was when we were fishing shallow, backing out a cast length and fishing that deep weed edge into that abyss into about 25 feet. And who knows, there's a lot of big marks. We might get something.
Yeah.
Do some jigging, fish some big plastics. Oh, wow, we gotta get a screenshot of that. Oh man, is that cool.
What is it?
Musky,
Where is he?
right there.
Oh yeah.
36 feet away from us. Okay, that's on the crosshairs, so 36, and to his nose, about 18 inches off the bottom. There we go.
Got him? Got him, Jared?
Got him. Yep.
Size?
I don't know yet.
Is it a musky?
I don't know yet. Big bass.
Nice.
Oof, huge bass. Wow,
What?
huge bass.
That's a good
Clubbed
one.
it like a big muskie. Jeez, we've been getting some big largies, Jim.
Yeah, that is a good one.
You gonna give me one more?
Wow.
Huh? Can't go wrong with that.
No.
Jeez, we've caught it's like the third one of these magnums we've caught. Grabbing a wild fish with giant hooks in it, spinning around. There we go.
Wow.
Huh? Another big fish. Wow. So we've got a program for big fish in deep weeds, huh? I like it. Another magnum. Whew, nice. How about that? Tube jig and bass. It's not quite your standard bass tube though, is it?
You know, a lot of things in angling today are really specialized, really presentation specific. You have rods, reels, lures, even boat design. I've been running the 2075 Pro V Bass for like the last 4 years, and it's a fabulous bass boat, but it's also a fabulous musky boat. Thing that's really critical about musky fishing is a tremendous amount of deck space. You actually are carrying a lot of big lures. You actually have really big rods, and you need storage for all your clothing, cold weather gear, rain suits, all the other paraphernalia you need for musky fishing.
And like James mentioned, with everything being specialized in fishing today, Lund has made an addition to their Pro V lineup with the Pro V Muskie. So we've got the option in a 2075 and an 1875 with both the excess seating like we have here, as well as the standard bench seat model. And what they've done with the Muskie option is they've got a storage solution for storing musky tackle. It's got additional rod storage on the side, and also it comes with an option of a padded deck and a revamped console. So when we're talking about specialized gear, Lund is answering that for the musky market, giving you guys an awesome musky fishing boat. And when it comes to powering these boats, you've got a number of options in terms of both horsepower and what kind of motor you want on the back. Jimmy's got the classic Pro XS on here. This is, of course, the bass guys just love that. It's got that rich growl, but if you want something that purrs like a kitten, you can go with the Verado or one of Mercury's 4-stroke. So you've got not only options in the type of outboard that you want to put on here, but also horsepower.
There's a big suspended fish right here. Right here.
How far down?
about 8 or 15 foot down. It's going down. It's a bigger animal. Look at that one there.
Oh, there we go.
Got him.
No. Yeah. Oh, he's down there. Look at that. He was chasing me. See how my mark was right there? See that? That is cool.
Got him. Got him. Got him. Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Nice fish, buddy.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. So you get some room. Oh,
All right,
come on.
cool.
Whoop. Boy, she's going and spinning the boat. I'm underneath the boat.
Okay.
There she is, sure. Whoop, it's a pretty big one.
It's a nice fish, really nice fish, Jim. What a cool deal. Way to adjust.
Whoop. Whoa, whoa, come here. No, no, no. Oh, come here, come here, come here.
We got her in the corner. We're gonna be okay.
Yeah. Okay. Whoop, oh, come on.
Okay. pull
Wait,
it towards
Jer. Oh, there you go. Ooh.
me. Nice fish, eh? Way to make things happen.
That took
That was
a while. We were talking about that earlier, talking about experimenting with individual styles of lures. And we went out in deeper water and started pop jigging vertical baits, soft plastics and Bondi lures. Jared just had another bite. Beautiful fish. Boy, he really popped it.
That's pretty cool.
I really like that. That
What
was
a way
my
to
new
just to
favorite
adjust to the
activity.
conditions.
He really got my attention. I pulled up on it, he just went whoop.
That is
That's a
awesome.
fatty.
Really is.
Whoa. You know, musky fishing is never easy, but if you do your homework, you know, spend some time on the water, surveying, looking for the right spots, experimenting with lures, and a lot of patience, and it pays off, no question about it. Timing's a big part of it too. Boy, but they're beautiful fish. They're fun to catch too, no question about it. We'll get her back in the water.
That's awesome. Success on new water. Congratulations, Jim.
Thanks for joining us. If you'd like more information, check out lundboats.com or these other online outlets.